So, I woke up early, as normal, and Zach slept in for about another hour or so. I went downstairs and had some cold leftover udon with Chiyoko, which is actually really good. It's good hot or cold. It's pretty nice. So we waited for Zach to wake up, and then when he did, Chiyoko made him some hot udon because we.
I woke up.
Yeah, he did. There you go.
Okay, now I have a head rush. Where are we?
Oh, poor Zach.
Okay, she made me some hot udon, which was really delicious because it's like my favorite. If you didn't know that, give me one. Then I waited for Nadoki to wake up, which was freaking ridiculous. It was like,
Well, it wasn't that bad. If you were in America, you'd be sleeping as long.
I know, but it was still long from when we woke up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then we had tea and cheesecake, and Chiyoko had made the cheesecake, and it was delicious. I enjoyed it immensely.
She said it was less calories because she made it specially that way.
Yeah, it was good anyway. So then, Chiyoko drove Nick and I to the farther away Kiru station.
It's the new one.
The new Kiru station. And it was ridiculously hot outside. So we went into the little waiting area, and it was like ice, and it was wonderful. And the reason why she drove us first is because the cars they have here are very small, and it wasn't big enough to fit all three of us. So Nick and I waited while she brought Nadoka and her luggage, because Nadoka had to leave. So Nadoka came. While we were waiting, I got, what's it called? What was it called?
You got
Wanda coffee. And Nick got...
it was Calpis bottle ice or something?
It was like a plastic bottle, and it had like a drink called Calpis in it, except it was frozen, and so like it was weird.
It wasn't rock solid though, it was just like
slushy.
Yeah, and then you just kind of eat it.
It was good. I had some. So she left, and Nadoka left to Tokyo, and then Chiyoko drove around with us trying to find an ATM. But we found a few, but the thing is that my card is messed up, and Nick's card,
didn't have the pin.
He didn't have the PIN number for, so we were just kind of driving around aimlessly, and it was pretty stupid. But we drove to Aeon again, and we went to a haunted house.
It was scary.
It was scary, let me tell you. No, I'm just kidding, it wasn't. Actually, they had us watch a video before to, like, scare you. Wait, here, hold on, let's get a good shot of that. This was the haunted house. Basically, we go in, and they sit us in this little room, and we put headphones on, and we start listening to this video, which was in Japanese. So it was not very scary. We go in, and it was dark, and we had a Japanese couple with us, and the girl was very scared. The guy wasn't, and we weren't. We went in there, and it was just kind of a lady with a white mask on, like going, ah, and it wasn't that scary. And there was stuff that like fell down and went, rah! We were like, oh, and the girls were like, ah!
Yeah, there was some
blood-curdling screams in there. The Japanese girls seemed to be very scared / easy to scare. So that was interesting. Then we ate crepes. I haven't had a crepe in a while, if ever. And it had ice cream in it.
It was good.
It was delicious, yes. I liked it. We went around to the different stores. I played on some of the DJ equipment they had there, which is kind of cool. Because they have a music store, and Nick got bored, so we went to the HMV, which is
music store, and listened to some Japanese reggae.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's not
bad. And then we went to Useland again, and we played some taiko drums, and then we played this Gundam game. Gundam is like a big robot suit kind of game where you're a big robot. And it was actually really cool. You get into these pod things, and you have your pilot card, and you put it in, and it's like a surrounding thing. You're like...
It cost us $8 to play 2 games.
Yeah, Nick didn't like it. I thought it was cool.
Well, it was alright. It just wasn't worth that $8. It was ridiculous.
It was worth it. But, Nick looked at... Here, why don't you talk about your...
What did I look at?
Yukata?
Oh yeah, yukatas. I looked at some big things like you'd wear at a festival, some clothes. But I guess I'm too tall.
Yeah, they'd go in there
Unfortunately.
and they'd say how many centimeters, and then he'd tell them, and then they'd be like, no. Plus, they were like $100 billion to buy. So we went to a Japanese gas station. It's kind of cool. The gas things come from the ceiling and they go down, and then robots come. And no, it's just the things hang down from the ceiling. And yeah, and we were driving home, and all the lightning started again, which was kind of cool because we saw some really good lightning strikes. Came home and took showers, and I'm gonna have to insert some shower stuff because the showers were scary the first time I did it because they're a lot different. And they have a bathtub. I can't remember if I've already talked about this, but their bathtubs are just like a deep bathtub that you can just lay in after you're already clean. And I like to lay in them, and they know I like pink, and so they put pink powder in the bath to make it pink, which is nice. It smells good. Yeah. And then what do we have? We came home and we had...
We had some sushi, some miso.
Oh, yeah, sushi, miso soup. We have a lot of miso soup here. And then Noboru made pickles, which we ate, which are really good. Had some pickles, potato salad, and then we're talking over dinner, and we started talking about pasta sauce. That Shioko made some pasta earlier on, and we started talking about the sauce, and she was saying, "Oh yeah, Noboru helped me cut up the garlic and onions," and then Noboru just kind of sat around, and then he came over with the translator later and showed it to me, and it said "forced" or "dragged into," and so we laughed about it, and Shioko was going like, "What did it say?" And we're like, "Secret," and Noboru, Nick, and I are just busting up laughing. It was really funny. So yeah, that was pretty much day 4. Good times, and hopefully we will see you later. Till then.